Hello everyone, it's Gina from orchidandopal.com, and I am back today with the November 2021 Best Bead Boxes from Potomac Beads. I have both the smaller version and the XL version of the box here to share with you. There are overlaps between the two boxes, so it's not one that I would recommend signing up for both boxes unless you wanted the overlap. But what I like to do is share both of them so you can see what comes in both sizes and what overlap there is and what comes in the XL version that doesn't come in the smaller box. I will leave the link to this subscription right down below the video. They've got all different sorts of options as far as signing up and lengths of time. You can find out all of those details there on their website. And if I do have an active coupon code, I will also leave that below, and I will try to flash that on the screen so you can take advantage of that if you'd like to try them out. And I think this is the smaller version. It's a little bit lighter than the one back here. So we're going to start out with the smaller version of the box. First of all, they come in these great reusable boxes with a magnetic closure, and every month there is a different theme. All right, so it looks like our theme this month is called Harvest Bloom. And on this particular sheet, we have the list on the back of everything that is included in the box. And as you can see, you get an actual pattern in this particular subscription, which is different. It sets it apart from some other subscriptions that are out there, and you get all the materials you need to make that particular pattern. So it's nice if you're trying to learn bead weaving and other types of beading techniques. Maybe you're newer and you'd like to have all the things right away to go ahead and make that particular item. You also get additional beads for your stash, as you can see over there in that second column. And they've got lots of different beading ideas. You can see this particular link down here at the bottom that provides you with all sorts of ideas for even more things, such as the ones you get in your box. So here's our pattern this month. You can see it's full color. It gives you all the information as far as what you need. It's got your diagrams and your instructions inside. And they have a video tutorial that goes along with their written patterns, depending on what sort of way you feel more comfortable learning. And then inside, of course, we have our contents. So looks like, yeah, in here, this is going to be all the contents for that particular chrysanthemum necklace pattern. We've got some golds and pinky plum colors inside of that, and then everything else under here are the beads for your stash. So we'll get into those after we take a look at these contents. We will open this up and take a closer look at everything outside of the bag. All right, so the first thing I see are the round duo beads. These are a pressed glass druck-like bead with this beautiful white lilac gold luster color. And you can see there's two holes in these round beads. Here's a closer look at them. You can see that beautiful combination of the pink and the gold and that creamy tone coming together. And the two holes that run parallel through these round beads, making them a unique two-hole shape. And you can learn how to use those right in that pattern that you get. And something from my experience that I found with these boxes is that they include more than you actually need for their patterns. So you end up with additional beads to use in your stash. There's also a bag here containing some of the 6mm pearls. I received these in the olive gold color. And you can see these up close. They have a really pretty antique gold tone to me, and they have an excellent feel. These are listed as Potomac brand pearls, and they really have that thick sort of coating that you want to feel on glass pearls that imitates the feel of an actual pearl a little bit better. Here's a closer look at the holes just to give you a good idea as to what these look like up close. But I really like the way these feel overall, which is hard to convey on the video unless you're holding them. And then next we have two different colors of Toho high quality Japanese seed beads. I received this one in the dark bronze, it says, and then also I have a transparent green emerald color. So two different colors to go along with our pattern. And the colors could vary from box to box, just to let you know. That's another reason why I like to compare the two boxes, because it's possible that some of these could vary slightly in color, just depending on their stock level and availability. In addition to those, we also received some Miyuki seed beads in the tiny size 15-0, and these are in Sparkle Peony Pink luster. Very pretty lighter pink rosy shade to go along with our other colors here. I think that'll be a really cohesive palette. And it looks like they've included some findings along with those. We have what they're calling an infinity clasp, which it looks like you pinch closed, and then also a cabochon that you can use to add to the center of that to give your finished area a more cohesive look incorporated with your beadwork. And now for the additional items for our stash. We start out with some of the 3mm Potomac crystal bicone beads. Looks like there's 2 grams included. These are in the pink opal color. So we have our glimmering, kind of milky, light pastel pink in these tiny glass faceted bicones. Some more Potomac crystals in the form of rondelle beads. These are the 2 by 3mm size, and the color is metallic bronze iris. Very sparkly handful as well of these bronze metallic rondelle beads, very tiny, versatile size, and comparable to Chinese crystal rondelles. Next up, we have a bag containing 2 gemstone cabochons. These are 12mm in size, and the ones I received are in rose quartz. So these, of course, don't have a hole or anything. They are something that you could bead around or add to or glue into bead embroidery, bead around them in that way, for example, use them in wire work. And these are a very, very pale rose quartz that almost doesn't come across that pinky tone. They look so clear and white, this one being a bit more see-through than the other one. Our next bag contains some crazy lace agate round gemstone beads in the 6mm size. Nice to see some gemstone beads. You can see the combination of the warm and cool tones coming together in this crazy lace agate. We get some mustardy yellows and oranges, as well as some cranberry reds, different tones of gray, and also some different tones of creams and browns and tans. Our next bag is holding on to some Miyuki seed beads. These are actually the matte silver lined blush color, which is very beautiful. I love that silver lining that comes through the matte glass and makes these look very glowy. These are in a size 8-0. We also have a bag containing some of these Miyuki drops in the matte light amethyst AB. These are a 3.4mm size, and you can see that they have the hole that runs through the top of the bead with that little round bulb shape at the bottom. And these have a very ethereal looking rainbow type of effect with the matte glass and the AB coating that comes together. And you get a lot of pinks and purples and golds coming together in this bag. We also have a bag containing 2 Potomac crystal cushion cut stones. These are a 12mm size, and it looks like the color is called olivine. So here's a closer look at these. You can see that olive green color that has that reflective backer that is giving us a lot of sparkle in that rounded but square-like shape. And here is a look at the back. So these are kind of the equivalent of like a Chinese crystal cut stone, not quite Swarovski quality, but definitely usable. And that's just to give you my honest opinion and let you know there's nothing wrong with these, but they're not quite Swarovski, not quite Preciosa. Of course, when you use these in your beadwork, it's hard to tell sometimes anyway. And I still love their beautiful color and the fact that they have all those great reflective facets. They've also included a bag containing 2 tube clasps. These are used for 2-strand applications. They are in antique brass. I like this color finding to go along with some of our beads that we see below. It will definitely be very handy and usable. We get some findings with these subscriptions in addition to the beads, as well as different focals, pendants, cabochons, and quite a variety of different things. Up next, we have a bag containing 2 Potomac crystal long ovals. These are in the 9 by 27 millimeter size, and the color is called Gold Champagne. So similar to the olive green cut crystal stones we saw, these are just in a different shape and color combination, also very reflective. They have that sort of baguette-like shape and that light golden tone, and there's a look at the back, that shiny silver, which is in decent shape. And our final bag for the base box is containing Miyuki seed beads in size 11-0. These are in silver lined dark topaz. So you get some of that topaz coming through from the base, but you also get some of these different shades of like berry red and purple, some orangey tones. Kind of brings a lot of this palette together. So that is everything for the base box for Potomac beads for November 2021. This one runs around the $25 price point. They do ship worldwide, and the price does depend on how long you sign up. If you sign up for a longer period of time, the price drops slightly, but you can also sign up for shorter periods of time if that's what you'd rather do. I think part of the appeal with this box is the fact that you get the full pattern and the materials you need to make that pattern, as well as their plethora of video tutorials that they have and other resources on their site that go along with the different shapes and things that they send. So it's an educational experience as well as a bead box experience to help you learn new techniques and learn new ways to incorporate things that you may not have worked with before. So now that we've seen what's come in the base box, let's open up the XL version and see where the overlap is, see if there's any different colors in what we've received here below, and also see what comes in the box beyond the contents of the base box. All right, so I have the XL version in front of us, and we are going to open this up, and we start out with the same sort of card, except we see it says XL. And then on the back of that, you can see there's many more contents in this one, and we have 2 different patterns with the materials we need to make each of those. We'll also get a bonus 3rd pattern that won't have the materials specifically for that one, but of course you can find the materials at Potomac Beads because they are a full online bead store. And then we get the beads for our stash as well. So same theme, same chrysanthemum necklace pattern on the top of this one, but we also get the flower disc earrings, which is going to include the materials for that. And our bonus pattern is called the Chesapeake bangle, which of course won't have those particular materials necessarily. And then when we look at the box, we have everything for the chrysanthemum necklace once again. And just eyeballing this, all of the colors and the materials look to be exactly the same as what we already saw in the other box. We also have another bag. This one is, of course, for the flower disc earrings. So we'll take a look at what's inside of this one. And then all of the beads down here for our stash. And as far as those go, I'm seeing all repeats, I believe. So we have the same golden champagne long oval crystals, crazy lace agate beads, the same color of Miyuki seed beads in the 11-0. We also have those 2 rose quartz cabochons, the 2x3 millimeter crystal metallic bronze Irish rondelles. We also have the 2 antique brass tube clasps, the olivine colored cushion cut Potomac crystals, the 3 millimeter pink opal crystal bicones. We also have matte silver lined blush seed beads in the 8-0 and our Miyuki drops in the matte light amethyst. So actually no changes from that, and then just a couple other things we'll take a look at after we look at what comes inside of the second pattern that we get. All right, so I laid out everything that we've already seen in that base box, and now we're going to take a look at what comes with the flower disc earrings. First of all, we have the Potomac Crystal Rivolis, and these are in the color Hyacinth, so that very vibrant bright orange. There's a look at that shape. So we've really gotten a lot of different types of Potomac crystal stones, great for bezeling and things of that nature. Also a bag containing the Storm Duo beads in ancient gold with that assortment of the different metallics in shades of orange and deep pink, gold, green, and the like. So this particular pattern will have some 2-hole shapes to work with. Great, especially if you haven't worked with the Storm Duos yet. They have 2 holes that run parallel through the bead, and I love that fun assortment of colors. Also included is a bag of these disc duos. These are in pastel Bordeaux, and they are another type of 2-hole bead. This happens to be a stunning shade of royal purple. The 2 holes run parallel through the sides of those flat disc-like beads and will really pop with that bright orange as well. And then as far as our seed beads go for this pattern, we have some 11-0 delicas, we have 11-0 rounds, and we also have some 15-0 rounds, and these are all Miyuki, I believe. So we have the Duracoat galvanized eggplant in the 15-0, that beautiful plum purple color. The semi-frosted apricot lined light topaz, also Miyuki. And we have the Delica beads in our sparkle beige lined amethyst AB, those cylindrical shaped beads. And once again, most likely getting more than you even need for this particular pattern, which means you'll have some left over for your stash. You also get a bag containing the findings that you need for that pattern. We see some ear wires and some wire guards, as well as the little rubber stoppers to go with our earrings. And it looks like they've included both a silver and a gold option, depending on what you want to use. And then besides that, and then the bonus pattern, which is hiding, we have 2 additional items for our stash. The first one being a bag of the check seed beads in aluminum silver. These are a size 8-0, so a good neutral silver tone to have to work with our different beads and things we have here. And then also a bag containing some Potomac crystal bicones in gold champagne, and these are a slightly larger 6mm size. And there's a closer look at these. You can see that golden color with that slight electroplated rainbow-like effect with that AB coating to go along with our Harvest Bloom theme. So if you were to sign up for the XL version of the box, that's closer to the $40-ish price point, depending on how long you sign up. So you can see that it's just the same as the base box, just with the additional 2 patterns and additional quantities of materials, giving you even more that you can make just from the contents of 1 box, and perhaps learn some new bead weaving techniques and get some ideas from something that's already put together for you. You can see that they're including a lot of the Potomac branded items, which is understandable. It's their subscription box, so it would be understandable as they get more of their own branded beads and findings that those are going to pop up more and more inside. I do love the fact that they include some gemstones and also the high quality Miyuki and Toho Japanese glass seed beads. You get a lot of those to work with in a variety of sizes and colors, and just overall a really wide variety of types of items to work with, which can be helpful if you're not really sure what type of beading you like. So if you are newer, you get to explore all different types of things and maybe get a feel for working with materials you hadn't worked with before, and really try to get a feel for what is right for you. So once again, if I have a coupon code that is active, I will flash that on the screen and leave that down below, as well as the link to this subscription box. Potomac Beads is also a full online bead store with tons of items, of course, so you can pick up each of these items separately, as well as browse a lot more materials on their website. Feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this month's box or anything else you'd like to say. Definitely hit that subscribe button while you're here. That way you'll be notified of when I am posting new content, which is quite often. Also, feel free to give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it and if it was helpful for you. I love doing these unboxings to give you an idea of what's inside the different types of subscriptions out there in the beading world, so you can determine what's right for you and your budget and your style. I will be back again real soon. Until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, happy beading.